She said okay. Then he said okay. Good evening, everyone. So as I subtly hinted in vlog 10, yes, I am a nerd fighter. And what is a nerd fighter? Basically an avid supporter of the Vlog Brothers, John and Hank Green. And no, it isn't that elementary school bully. That would be a nerd fighter. The lack of the hyphen is very crucial. Alright, I'll admit it. John and Hank are partially the reason why I'm doing these videos. There, I said it. But anyway, I'm making this video because yesterday I finally saw the highly desired film that everybody is so desperately wanting to see. The Fault in Our Stars, making it the latest addition to my theater stub collection. Or whatever these are called. This movie marks the first time where I actually had to avoid stepping on tissues rather than popcorn while exiting the theater. Just a fair warning. If you are heavily moved by movies, you will be devastated. Seriously, everybody around me was sniffling. Some people were actually crying so hard that I thought they were laughing. This movie is just that damn powerful. Did I cry? No. Why are you looking at me like that? Fine, I did. Just once. During that one scene where Hazel's at the podium. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I mean. But maybe I didn't cry as much as other people did because cancer isn't exactly a topic I can relate to. Well, I mean, I did have one uncle that unfortunately did pass away from cancer, but I was rather young when that happened, and he did live pretty far away. I was just a kid, and I had no understanding for these kinds of things. So basically, the story of The Fault in Our Stars centers around a very interesting love story between a girl with lung cancer and an amputee, who just so happens to be a cancer survivor. I actually read the book before I read the movie, and I've got to say, despite the differences between the two, this is one of the few instances where I could say that the movie is just as good as the book. And it does omit a lot of things, like, I forget her name, but Hazel's socialite friend, or whoever her name is, I feel so bad for forgetting. And also the movie doesn't mention Gus's ex-girlfriend, Mathers. I forget her first name, but her last name is Mathers. I remember because I associated it with Eminem. But regardless, the movie makes up for it with, you know, excellent acting, great visuals, a good soundtrack too. But of course, the book is always going to have its own advantage because readers can imagine the story however the fuck they want to imagine it. Now let me just say something. All the actors in the film, it doesn't matter how small their part is, they all did a fantastic job. Like, I'm sounding like a movie critic right now, but seriously, no fucking joke. Shailene Woodley. Recently, she has been in a lot of novel-to-film adaptations. The Descendants, The Spectacular Now, Divergent, and now Fault in Our Stars. That's 4! When they released the cast of the film, I found that a little, like, I wasn't exactly too comfortable with that. I'm also a Veronica Roth fan. Yeah, I just wasn't exactly okay for some stupid reason for the same girl to play the lead female role for 2 critically acclaimed young adult novels, or rather the film adaptations of those novels. But having read both of the books and having seen both of the movies, I'm actually totally cool with it. I gotta say, I am impressed with Shailene's acting, because, wow. This goes to show that you actually have to try something before judging it. I went to see Divergent, I saw Tris Pryor. I went to see Fault in Our Stars, I saw Hazel Grace. I didn't see Shailene Woodley, I saw the awesome portrayal of her characters. And that is what makes a fantastic actress. And now for Mr. Augustus Waters, played by Ansel Elgort. The book is told by Hazel's perspective, and she uses very attractive words to describe him. So consequently, I imagine him as a friggin' Abercrombie and Fitch model. And before the movie came out, I looked up who the hell Ansel Elgort is, and at first I thought he looked like a little shit. I imagine him as a manly buff dude rather than what a girl would call cute. But again, watching this movie, The Fault in Our Stars, and watching his character, I was convinced that, this guy was a smooth, romantic motherfucker. As a guy, I appreciated his character a lot. Damn, this guy is a silver-tongued devil. Using his words, how he said his words, and even how he moved, his pose, everything. Ansel Elgort convinced me that what I was watching was the Augustus Waters from this book. On a side note, did anybody else notice that in the movie Divergent, Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort are portrayed as siblings instead of lovers? Incest. Lollipop break. But probably the most underrated actress of the whole thing, I don't know her name, let me look it up. Laura Dern. It says in the Wikipedia filmography that she's also the one from Jurassic Park, that one lady. Anyways, I just want to commend her because she convinced me, and this is mostly facial, but she convinced me that she didn't understand her daughter's condition, yet she still wanted to support and be there for her. She just wanted to give Hazel, the daughter, a good life. I don't know, just saying, I just really like her performance. Also, need I mention that this movie only had a $12 million budget? Nowadays, for movies with large audiences like these, that is extremely rare. Yeah, I bet as of now, like, The Fault in Our Stars has already earned multiples of that budget. $75,192,862 bucks. That's over 6 times the budget. And it hasn't even been out for a week yet. Mad kudos. Smarties break. But seriously, the movie did an excellent job. Everything about it was great. Oh, I take that back. That's a fucking understatement. Everything about it was entertaining as balls. Like, it wasn't sappy. The movie was hilarious. It was moving. It's a fucking roller coaster of emotions. That's the best way I can describe it. You will laugh, you will cry, and if you don't do any of those, you have no soul, or you're a friggin' rock. If you like these sort of films, or if you can appreciate, an excellently made film, go ahead and see it. What are you fucking waiting for? Go to Fandango and buy a ticket. Seriously. By the way, if you're a dude, this movie will appeal to you. Hell, The Fault in Our Stars appeals to everybody. This movie is fantastic. However, it is not a bro movie. Supposedly, according to motherfucking society, it is considered unmanly to watch a movie that toys around your emotions. If a friend of mine would have asked me to go watch it with him, I'm totally fine with it. But realistically, that's not gonna happen. Oh, by the way, if your friends are ballsy enough to see this movie with you, those guys are true men. I'll just leave it like that. So if you're a guy and if you want to see The Fault in Our Stars, you're gonna do it with guys who are actually cool with, watching a movie like this by yourself or on a date. If you are gonna watch this movie as a date, just a word of caution, because the girl or guy, I don't know, that you're watching it with might have a little emotional unwinding session. If that happens, just be prepared for that. Don't be offended by it. Be cool with it. That will make your date like you even more when you show support. Just saying. And I'll say this once more for the last time. Watch the movie. You'll like it. Don't forget your Kleenex, either for yourself or for the person next to you. Alright, kiddos, take care and kick ass, and don't forget to be awesome.